We'll give it time, see if things get up and working. See if this is all working here. All right, so we're live on Facebook. Looks like we're live on YouTube. Should be live on Twitch. Okay. So, we're live with 4 cameras for the first time. Hopefully this kind of works. So, do a little show and tell, I guess. So last stream was Friday. We made some pumpkins for the first time. We had some orange pumpkins and some blue pumpkins. Blue pumpkin I only made one of. I want to make some more of that, kind of with the yellow stem. I like the color blue. I don't know which camera to show off to. None of them are focusing. But let me get closer here. So this is the orange pumpkin. I do like the orange. The orange turned out really well. I do like it. And then here is the blue pumpkin. I like the blue pumpkin. I gotta get better with the stem though. I think we'll do a couple of try to get the loopy stems. Sort of like this one. The stems are kind of difficult. So we're gonna try a few more of those blue, if I can find which one I used. And we did make drinking glasses as well last time. Let's see. I don't know where the blue went. That one. And this is the yellow I used. Since we only have one of that pumpkin with blue, we're going to try to make a couple more. Let's see if I can find more of that turquoise though. I want to make sure that mic is working too. Okay, so got that mic set up. Go to a different scene. Should still work. Still working there. And mic should be there. Okay. All right. Hey Matt, sorry, do you know what color that is? Is that just turquoise or?
Turquoise, yeah.
Okay.
Transparent.
Transparent turquoise. Let me see if I can find turquoise in the back. So we need blues. There's lavender, Egyptian, cobalt, deep purples, cobalt, here's a turquoise, but it's smaller. Huh. We may have to pick a different color. A turquoise blue we might not have in the bigger chunks. Oh, darn. There's a nice turquoise. Let's try a different blue. Maybe we'll just do a gold purple. I think if you're on Facebook, I don't know if I can see chat, so I might have to check that once in a while. Let's see here. I don't want to use up bandwidth here, but yeah, let me see if I can just pause that and leave that open so I can see if anyone else chats there. Okay. We're gonna put this turquoise back. I don't see any over here. We're not making giant pumpkins, we're just kind of making some smaller pumpkins. Not the best. I don't know if I can really make them because I have nothing to hold the pumpkin, the piece up. So let's see. See if there's any way of holding it up here. Let's start with some drinking glasses. Start with some drinking glasses. Maybe we'll do the purple and the white. Just a little bit. We'll start some swirls, things like that. Try to do some basic drinking glasses. Hopefully my computer's holding up and not being too choppy. Finicky right now. There we go. Alright, we're doing some swirl drinking glasses kind of for the beginning. And we're going to warm up the pipe so we can, this hot glass will stick to hot metal. Need tools. So we're going to do purple and white. And we're going to swirl them together and kind of just make a swirl drinking glass, kind of make a couple of those. Get yourself back into it. We'll be blowing into that optic mold, so hopefully you can kind of see a little bit of how that works. Alright, so we're going to gather a little bit of glass in here. We've got a crucible that holds about 400 pounds of glass. Just going to gather a little bit of glass. It's kind of like gathering honey. We're going to put some purple on here. And we're going to put a little bit of white. We're going to go with that. We're going to heat this up. We'll kind of melt this in. We're going to let it drip a little bit, swirl together. Boiler hole's still kind of come up to temperature, so it's not quite as hot as I want it, but it's close. So we're going to let this drip. Oh, is it? Okay, well that kind of sucks. So I do have a lot of cameras hooked up, and it's probably that it's not used to the cameras. I may have to get rid of one camera, see if that helps. Yeah, it's laptop not the best, and I'm kind of pushing the limits with how many things I have plugged into the USB right now. Heat this up a little bit more, and then we'll start to bubble. We'll make one drinking glass here, and then I'll try to adjust it. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for trying. Let me get this bubble some thanks. I appreciate it. Come on. We get a slow bubble going. Just gonna get it started. I was all excited too because I had four cameras ready to go. But yeah, it's pushing the limits on it. I wonder if the OBS will tell me how my CPU is doing here. CPU is 50%. So it probably is just the limit of my stuff there. Yeah, let me finish this glass. Well, as long as it's watchable. As long as it's watchable. But I would like it to be clear, no, not choppy. Trying a few different new things. All right, we're gonna heat this up and go in the optic mold. Optic mold is a new camera that we got. It's probably the camera that's pushing it over the limit. I want to stretch a little bit more. I don't know if I heated it up enough. Should have had a little hotter to stretch it out. It's probably going to break off unevenly, but we'll see. Yeah, I think if I want to do glass blowing streams with multiple cameras and things like that, I'm definitely going to need a better computer for it. Thanks. Yep. We'll warm up this other side. Start to open this up. And we have a purple and white drinking glass. heat up one more time. Kind of open it up the rest of the way. Kind of even it out if I can. Kind of also worried the stream will do the choppy thing where the audio is choppy, things like that. It's also possible that's going on, I don't know. Alright. So there's a drinking glass. I'll put this away. I need grabbers. Using my right hand. Trying to grab the opposite so I don't put my Bluetooth number pad into the heat. But I have to fix that. All right, so let's see here. What can we do to make this a little better? Could unplug. Which one's going into? Okay, that one's that one. So we might turn off, we'll leave that one on. We'll turn that one off. Which means we'll also turn it off here. Okay. And then I will unplug it. And we'll switch that one to there. All right. We'll see if that helps at all. Maybe I'll unplug that from the computer. Hopefully that doesn't mess things up. Leave the webcam on. Make sure nothing else is open. So, all right, we'll see if that's a little less choppy. If this is still choppy, I might turn the webcam off and just go with the internal webcam and see if that makes a difference. It looks like it's a little less choppy now as far as on the OBS, so hopefully that's okay. Every once in a while I can switch cameras to the mold camera, and then when I'm doing bigger molds I can kind of show it off, but we'll keep it like this so you can still see that's there. Yeah, I'm shoving too many things into my USBs. Yeah, I wanted to try 4 cameras to see if it would work. It didn't work, but luckily I have the other device that sometimes doesn't work is working today, so I can put multiple cameras into that. I can switch between them when I need to, but yeah, it's just the way it is. So we have this one going out to the molds, that one going over to there. We'll keep that set up there. Okay. Okay, yeah. Just too many USB things. We'll warm this up. We're going to do the same process. We're going to make a couple of those swirled glasses. I do want to make some pumpkins today, but I need something to hold up the rod so it doesn't fall. So I might have to kind of make a little makeshift holder for it because I have to set the pumpkin rod up here so I can put the stem on it. The problem is I have no holder here because it goes back and forth between the benches. So we'll see if I can get one put over here. Alright, wait for that warm up. Hope your day is going well. Off from work for a birthday stream. Finally getting into the glass shop. It's been a really long time. Trying to make some things to sell. Trying to raise some money for a food bank for the Heartland. So, you know, for a good cause. Birthday and food. Oh, now that camera's frozen. I have to fix it. All right, a little bit of swirl in there. But it seems to be working there. It's just frozen on that one seam. Alright. But it's cool so we can gather on it. Yeah, the camera's working there now. But not working there. No, we'll see. Try to stretch a little bit because that was my issue last time. Alright. Not really going to work, but we're going to switch back to this camera, just leave it there. It's probably still frozen on that other scene. But we're going to go in that optic mold. Flash it over here. Oops. Heat this up, we'll transfer it, we'll try to break it off, see if we can get it to break off evenly. Tap it off. A little uneven, but should be okay. Get this heated back up, get a lot of heat in the front, so we'll open it up. Okay, one more heat, this should do it. wider on the opening there. We'll go with that. Quick flash in here. Little tap, and we'll put it away. All right, let's see if we can fix that camera real quick. Let's see here. Which one was it? This one. So we need to deactivate, reactivate. For some reason it's not working there now. Still working here. Maybe that's the wrong camera? Oh, because yeah, I gotta open up, that's why. Okay, so it's not that one anymore. It is, what is it called? It's the cam link, okay. Maybe it's not on this one. It should be. Canon cam link. It's right there. Oh, it's hidden, that's why. Transform. Hit the screen. There. That's why it wasn't working. Okay. So now that still works there. Glory hole still works there. Okay. Now we're good. All right, finally kind of getting the stream up and going here. Yes, yeah, we use natural gas for everything. And then we just have kind of air blowers that blows the air into the flame. So it just sucks the air in from the room and blows it in there for the air. But yeah, it's just natural gas for the fuel. So adds up, it's quite expensive. Okay. A couple more of these, then we'll switch maybe to another color. Nope. A little bit more. A little bit more. We'll wait for that to heat up. Should be warming up by now. Yep, a little glow to the tip there. That's all we want. Okay, add some purple to this. Maybe we'll add a little bit more. Add some white. I feel like I want this one to be a little more purple this time around. Now we're going to heat this up, we're going to let it melt. So we're going to let it drip and then wrap itself. Just swirl it and gather that back up, kind of heat it in, and we're going to let it drip again and gather it the other way. That's kind of how I swirl the color in these drinking glasses. So it doesn't swirl the colors in too much, gives them kind of their own little dynamic twist. And we just want to melt it back together. Marble it out. And we can start to blow the bubble in it. To blow a little air in here, cap with my thumb. Moisture in my lungs, the blue in there. Hits the heat, turns to steam and expands, starts creating the bubble. And then I don't have to blow it. You just kind of trap some air in there and that's all you need to do. There, now we'll let this cool. And we'll gather on top of this once it cools down. Hide my wire here a little bit so it doesn't get burned on anything. Try to hide it, it's probably gonna fall out. Just let it cool enough so I can gather on it. I'll gather. Shape it a little bit. A little lower energy today just because been up the last few nights with a sick kid. So kept us up Saturday night. Did get some sleep Sunday, but yeah, catching up. One doesn't help that I stay up too late, but playing games. heat this up and we'll stretch it a little bit. Wasn't switching too much. Get this nice and hot. Come on, change the camera. Won't change. Yeah. Yep. It's gonna be a hot day. Thanks for stopping in, Zen. I appreciate it. Flatten the bottom here. Heat this up, get some heat back into it. What's the wrong path in life? What's the wrong path? Yeah, that's probably true. Probably should choose anything over speed runs. Fortnite. Right. I think my kids would love that. Yeah. It's true. Did you do any of the big 20? You can burn it pretty quickly. You can burn a chicken in here pretty quick. I don't think it'll be cooked very well. I just saw people running. I didn't watch too long. I couldn't run. I just don't have time. How do you have time to study 20 runs? You know? Hey, how's it going? Thanks. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, that's one glass. That's 3. Let me see if this still works. Let's do it the other way around. Whoops. We're gonna do that. Yep, birthday stream. Raising funds for food bank for the Heartland. Drunk on the job. No, I'm not at my job. Yeah, we're raising funds for the food bank of the Heartland. That's what I'm doing for my birthday. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. I'm going to have to take my mic off for using the bathroom, but we'll be right back. we're back. Still gonna make a couple more glasses, so we have a couple that hopefully match. Purple and white are the glasses we're making right now. If anyone was here for a stream on Friday, we did make some pumpkins. Kind of really happy with the pumpkins. So I was hoping to kind of try some pumpkins again today, but I need to get a holder set up for it so we can do the stems. But here's a vase I made last time as well. This one was yellow with a blue wrap, but when you combine them, kind of wrap them over, it makes it look green. So there's a vase we made the other day as well. And then the drinking glasses I made last time were just multicolor drinking glasses. So they look like that. So today we're doing a little different, doing purple and white, kind of mixing them together, swirl them, those kind of things. Should get a drink of water real quick. Warm up the pipe so I can gather on it. Quick drink of water here. I may need my number pad. I can change my scenes sometimes. See if this is working now or not. Okay. Kind of stopped working for a little bit. Let's see. I don't know if it's like, if it's the heat. After a while, it just doesn't reach as far as the Bluetooth. Maybe it's the sweat. I don't know. But I really would love to have an actual device. It's not a number pad. The number pad works fine. They go to sleep. I kind of want something that won't go to sleep. That's a little more durable. And gather a little bit. The purple. Put some more purple on there. A little white. Melt that in. We'll just let this drip and swirl together if we can. So we're going to melt it down quite a bit, get it really, really hot, and then we'll let it drip down and gather it back up. That's how I do my swirls. See a color melting down, flattening out. And basically we're going to stop turning it, just let it drip. And then I'm going to turn it slowly, try to wrap it back on top of the rod here. I'm going to heat it up, then do it again and swirl it the other way. There we go. Now we get nice and hot, no more marble. I don't know if you guys can even see that. Should do it right about here. I think I was too far in. Marble that out, push it out. We get a bubble started. Go there. Get it started. Just gonna chill the sides a little more. Try to push that bubble up. We'll let this cool, and we'll gather on this. So the way I swirl it in there, it kind of gives it a similar swirl, but each swirl is different. It just depends about the way it wraps around there. So you can. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the one. So it has a little bit of swirl on there. Gather on that. Kind of marbling, kind of rounding it out with the block here. And let it stretch and blow. And chill sides a little bit. Try to chill the sides so it doesn't blow out the sides and kind of blows out the bottom more. Okay, then we're gonna go heat it up. Go in the optic mold. bottom a little bit. Now we'll heat it up, hang it back up. Get ready to transfer it to another pipe. Marver this to a point. Transfer this. Tap that off. Go heat this up now. Get rid of the little shoulder there. And then we'll open it up the rest of the way here. Warm it up. A little thicker there on top than I want, but should be still fine. Open it up a little bit wider, just so it thins out the mouth a little bit. There we go, there's the glass. So heat it up, we'll take this off. Pop that off. into the annealer. I think I want to make 2 more of these, and then we'll move on to something else. I like having 4 to 6 glasses of something, so I can start matching. I think what I'm going to do is start matching pairs of glasses I make, taking 2 of them, and putting them up on Etsy for sale. And I might do that with one of the pumpkins as well. I know there's Instagram, like Instagram has some kind of sale thing now too, where you can put stuff for sale on Instagram, but I think you have to have so many followers, so I don't know if I can do that yet. But I want to start getting things out there a little more for sale online, and not just here. So maybe I can sell a little quicker, maybe sell a little bit more. Problem is I just don't know if I can get here to make as much stuff as I probably would be able to sell online. We'll see. It's all that virtual stuff, you know. Oh. Okay. It's a little hotter today, a little more humid. A little more humid in here. A couple more glasses. Maybe then we'll see. We could switch to different colors, but let's see. Let me ask. Will you be using that holder over there for on the bench, or is there another one I can use? The little holder so I can stick up the rod if I was making pumpkins or stuff. Or
that's good.
is that all right? Thanks. No, it wasn't on there very tight, so I guess, I don't know. There's a wrench there, though. Yeah. I'm going to make a couple glasses, but then I'll get to pumpkins after, so. Okay, so that's for pumpkins for later. We're gonna make 2 more glasses, then switch to pumpkins. Melt this down. All right, we got that melted, swirled together. Marver down the marver. So just gonna kind of even it out, push it out, round it out. Puff a little air in there, cap it. Let it expand. If it starts expanding. It's moving slowly right now. Chill that a little bit. Expand a little bit more. And then let that cool. And we'll gather on that once more time. Gather a little bit more, and then we can start shaping and making the drinking glass. Whoops. Whoops. Smooth this out. Chill that a little bit. Keep that bubble even. Okay. On the optic mold next. Again, it's nice and hot, and then kind of stretch it in there. Now it's kind of in a shaped glass, so we're going to start necking it down, flattening the bottom. Switch that back. Okay. Gather a little bit of glass here. This is going to make the punty. So we'll transfer that glass to this rod here. one more time in the heat. All right, I think that's it for this glass. Just gonna flash it and we'll take it off. There we go with that one. Then this will go in the annealer. Okay. Now I wanted to do one more glass, so we do one more glass. Wanted to have 6. Try and keep the colors separate. Whew. Starting to sweat. Get some water real quick. All right. Gather a little bit of glass. See if the last drinking glass I make right now makes it or not. There's a little more white on it than purple, but little bit more than I want, but it still should be fine. Cap, pop a little air in there. Get that started. Chill the side a little bit. Just trying to blow out the side right now. Cap it a little bit more. Blow a little more. There we go. All right, so now we got our initial bubble. We're gonna gather on this once it cools down. So I keep turning it to keep it centered, letting it cool. Then we can gather on that. Let it stretch a little bit. Chilled a little bit too much with the block. Try to even out that bubble a little bit. Get it nice and hot, heat it up, we'll stretch it into the optic mold. Tighten that down a little bit. So I can get to the center part of the glass. Pretty thick up by the rod. Still going to be a little thick there. We got this centered. Get it nice and hot. So we can open it up. Open it up just a little bit more. Heat it up just a little more. All right, there we go. All right, now we can take this off and put it away. So that's 6 glasses. Got 6 glasses, so we will make pumpkins next. Separate the color here out of the white. Little pieces that dropped in there while I was working. Oh. Alright, so if we do, I think we're going to make purple pumpkins, and then I'm not sure exactly what kind of stem to put on it. Hello. Let's see. Still might stick to something that's a little greenish, so look for a spring green here. There's a dark green. May just give that a try. Might be a little darker of a pumpkin. Grab some water real quick. And we'll make a couple pumpkins. Hey, Archie Coffee, how's it going? Thanks for the happy birthday, appreciate it. Hey, Becca, thanks for stopping in, I appreciate it. Thank you. Well, yeah, we're trying to add more cameras. I had too many cameras on and started messing with the stream, so I kind of had to put it onto a switcher. But it's working, so that's what I'm happy about. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Oh, all right. We're going to attempt to make a pumpkin. We made some pumpkins last stream on Friday. I'll show the pumpkins off again because I'm happy with them. I don't know if they'll turn out this way today, but we'll see. So this was an orange pumpkin. Really happy with this one. Stem turned out okay. Same thing, this is a blue one. I was looking for the turquoise, but we're kind of out of turquoise, so I can't make this color anymore until we get some more. But then the yellow stem. The stem kind of flattened a little bit. It didn't twist like I wanted, and kind of just had to clip it off and set it down. So, it's a little flat there, but that's okay. I still like the color of the blue. But right now we're going to try with gold purple. That's what it's called. It's kind of a darker purple. Or I'm not actually sure if it's darker purple, but thanks. Pumpkins are a little difficult. They're going to be hard to kind of do the stem part of it. We're going to try though. So want that. Well, Archie, I break a lot of glass, so it's all right. Nice. I like the color blue too. It looks really nice. I just wish I could make more of it because I was looking for more turquoise. Down the line we'll get more turquoise, but so we'll do this purple, which I'm not sure what the color looks like. It's sad to say, but we'll see. I don't know if I have any pieces left on the rod I made last time, but I don't see any. Yeah, we're going to preheat the rod. We're going to get it nice and hot so it gathers more glass. Hot glass will stick to hot metal. So. Oh. Thanks everyone for stopping in. Appreciate it. Once again, I know it's my birthday stream, but I'm raising funds for the food bank of the Heartland. So the link should be in the link should be down below as far as in descriptions, as well as some of the streams will have the donation link in them Archie, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Hope you take care. It's warm. It's a little humid outside, so I'm a little warmer today. Good afternoon. Any Donut, good afternoon. Thanks for being here. Is that Nebraska Donut? All right, we're going to gather a little bit here. Start this off. So we got a crucible in here that can hold up to 350 to 400 pounds of glass. Right now it's kind of down a little lower. I'm just going to gather a little bit. Hot glass will move kind of like honey. I'm just going to marver it out. Got to keep it rotating so it doesn't drip on the floor. Awesome. We're gonna chill the sides here. And we're going to start a bubble just by blowing some air into the rod here. Cap it with my thumb. Moisture in my lungs that I blew in there will expand as it turns to steam and that'll automatically blow the bubble for me. Then I'm going to tip it down, let it center itself. As it chills, just to keep it centered. Let's keep it so it's centered and I can let it cool. And then I'll gather on this one more time. So I'm not going to gather too much, just going to do 2 gathers. So what I get in this next gather is going to be it. I'm not going to try to get too much and make too big of a pumpkin. We're going to kind of start a little bit smaller of pumpkins here. You gotta see my cameras here. So we're gonna switch to this camera so you can see it being blown into the optic mold after I heat it up. I'm gonna chill. So once I gather, I'm gonna go straight into the color there on the table, and we're gonna add the color to it. Gather. We'll go into the purple here. Try to put as much purple on as we can. Bigger chunks will kind of warm up and spread out. Melt that in. Nice and hot. Now we're going to start shaping it, so I'm going to take it to the bench and block it. Make sure I don't lose my bubble. Now we're going to start to blow it a little bit. Not going to blow it too much. We'll start the process. Okay. Now we're going to warm this up. And we're going to optic mold this on the ground there. So we're going to get this nice and warm. I don't know if you can see the optic mold, but we're going to try. Switch that optic mold. Let's see if it's, yeah, you should be able to see it. Go in there. Okay. Gonna start making a line here. We have to go back into heat again, but try to switch my cameras again. switch that one. There we go. So we'll warm this up. We'll just keep turning this here. And we'll kind of keep shaping it. Kind of blow that a little bit, try to even it out. We'll get this nice and warm. I want to neck this down here, so we'll heat it up and try to neck that down a little bit more. Okay, so now that we got that kind of neck down, we're going to try to flatten the bottom now. Heat up a little bit more. Do that again. Feel that heat radiating off. It's on my face and stuff. Okay, now we're gonna let it sink in, so we heat it up one more time. Let it settle on itself a little bit. We gotta flatten that top too. We're kind of close to the general shape of the pumpkin. I think my camera froze. Now we're just going to kind of get this warm, hang it up, and try to get the stem ready. gather a little bit more. Go on that green, put a little bit on. Heat it up. Go in the optic mold again. Heat that up. Well, it missed, but kind of messed this up a little bit. We're making a pumpkin. Stretch that out. I need tools to be higher. So I have to reach down so much. There we go. Hopefully it doesn't explode. When I go back to warm it up here. Yeah, we are making pumpkins right now. That was just the stem of the pumpkin there. We'll see if this pops or explodes. I have had one do that to me. Can be a little bit of a shock to go back on the heat after it's been sitting out for so long. But so far it seems to be doing okay. We're heating it up. We're also getting the stem a little bit warm to melt down when we broke it off. We'll take a look at it. Andrew, and thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. See if I can get this to switch again. There it goes. Oh yeah, that camera's broken right now. So it's a little more clear on the stem than I want, but should be okay. I may have to use that torch over there. But thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it. Use that torch. Just to kind of heat the bottom a little bit, and then we'll go flash it in the heat. Try to let it settle on itself. Trying to get it to sit down so when I break it off, the indent or wherever it's attached will be up and inside the pumpkin. I'm actually using a number pad on my arm, and I have a hotkey to my number pad. I would love to use a Stream Deck or something like that, but obviously Stream Decks have to be plugged in. So number pad works just as fine. You know, it's basically the same thing. You just can't make complex stream equations or whatever on it. So, I mean, number pads are pretty much a cheap Stream Deck, and they're Bluetooth, so you don't even have to have it connected. There we go. I'm going to flash it once. We're going to try to break it off here now. Sorry, that one camera's kind of frozen at the moment. And then I'll have to use a torch to heat treat that down there. Yeah, I was trying to find a way of doing it. This was the simplest way without getting too advanced. And I was worried that it does have issues using a number pad. I mean, it's not perfect. Every once in a while it goes to sleep, so you have to press it twice to get it to work. It's not too bad. Just when you're trying to press it quickly and get to your next station. We are chilling this just where I want to break it off. We're gonna grab it. We're gonna take it to the torch and heat treat the bottom here. Get rid of any of the sharpness. Hopefully, if it breaks off. Pop that off. We'll get to the torch. You might hear a little whistling as it's trying to like heat where that hole is. Yeah. And it's hard to see because I gotta put it away. There's the pumpkin. Yeah, it does save a lot of trip. Technically, if you're on Twitch, I had it set up where I don't have it on right now. But on Twitch, I do have it set up that people can use commands to change cameras. So if I forget to change camera or this dies, chat can do exclamation point wide camera, exclamation point bench, or exclamation point fire. And it'll change the cameras to be the main cameras. So if something happens, if I forget to change a camera, if my Stream Deck dies or the Bluetooth thing dies, commands will work as well. But I don't have that on right now, so it's not working right now, but that is an option. Let's see. We're gonna make another one. I'm not sure how this purple is working, and it looked like the green was a little thin, so I'm not sure how that. We'll do another one though, just because we'll try these colors again. So we're gonna make another pumpkin. I will have to fix my camera, so hopefully you get a better look at it while I'm streaming here. Let's see here. That was bench camera. So we'll have to, is it this one? Yeah. So I'll have to deactivate that for a second and reactivate it. Every once in a while it does that. Okay. Yep, there we go. Now it's working. Okay. Every once in a while, a camera will freeze on me. It's just the way the computer is. A lot of technology going on to one laptop. It's probably not made for this. Plus the heat in here. That's the one thing about the Bluetooth number pad is I think the heat gets to it after a while, or my sweat gets to it after a while, that it'll work for so long, and then after so long it starts kind of having issues. But thanks for the happy birthdays, I appreciate it. We are located in Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska. So this is the Hot Shops Art Center. This is the glass shop in here. I've been doing this for on and off for over 10 years. It's not constant 10 years, it's just a hobby, so I just come in here once in a while. So I don't do it enough to become advanced at it, but I can make basic stuff. So, but the shop is always open to the public if anyone wants to stop in and see it here in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm making pumpkins right now, so Dink, thanks for stopping in, appreciate it. So we're making pumpkins right now, purple pumpkins with a green stem. I did this last Friday, they worked out pretty good. Kind of technically my first time making pumpkins, so they're not perfect, but they're turning out, so I'm happy with them so far. So we're gonna do a gather here real quick. Once again, I am Combustible Dan. I stream glassblowing and retro speed runs, as well as random games sometimes. But today is a birthday stream, so I'm doing a birthday stream trying to raise money for the food bank of the Heartland. So there should be a link in the description if anyone wants to donate to it, as well as if you're on Twitch, you can press exclamation point donate and the link will pop up. But yeah, it's a fundraising stream this time. We're kind of having a competition at work, and we split up into two teams, and we're trying to see which team brings more food items in. But I decided I wanted to try to raise some funds instead, because for the food bank, for every $1 they raise, they can make 4 meals. So if I brought in a can of food, that's one can. That can's like $1 or even more. But if you give them $1, they can make 4 meals out of that. It's just that it makes more sense to find and donate money for them so they can utilize it more and feed more people. So that's the idea of the stream right now. Just trying to raise funds for them so they can feed more people, as well as, you know, trying to win. I want our team to win, so help out. If you're going to give me a birthday present, help my team win so we can have bragging rights at work. I'm going to let this cool. I'm going to gather on it one more time. I'm going to add the color to it. So we're going to gather some more glass. It's not a lot of glass here, so it's going to be a small pumpkin, smaller pumpkin. The last one is kind of small too. Put the color on, heat this up, and melt that color down here. Trying to get more glass blowing streams in. So I had the day off Friday, took the day off Monday, you know, took them off for my birthday. I just said I wanted to blow glass because I haven't done a stream in a while. So I want to get back in the shop. But I'm trying to find time to take off because Christmas is coming up, so I'll be making ornaments, making things like that. So right now I'm having a fall theme with some pumpkins, things like that. But we'll get to it. Yeah, food pantries are important. They are kind of struggling with food, finding food and stuff like that. With the cost of food, shipping, all that stuff. Let me change that camera here. So it's another reason we're trying to raise money for them. Blow a little bit here. And we're going to go in the optic mold, so let me change that camera so you can see it kind of blow in the optic mold. Well, yeah, it's a public location here, so we're blowing glass. People are coming in and out watching, things like that. So you might hear me saying hi to people, you might hear people in the background, things like that. But it's a public place. Pumpkins vary in price. I'm trying to figure out how much I want to charge for them. Being that they're not that big of a pumpkin, it's probably going to be, I think, 35. Might be 45. But I think 35 is probably going to be the price of the pumpkins for my pumpkins. Just because I'm still learning it a little bit. So we're going to blow it in this optic mold. And they're not huge pumpkins, they're a little smaller. It's kind of hard to see. I need a higher camera for that, but all right. Well, let me know what colors you want, and I'll make one in your colors. I have one person who ordered pumpkins a while ago, so out of the ones I made last time, she's going to get first choice. But if you have certain colors you want, I can make them in your colors. Get this nice and hot, start to shape it now. I don't know if anyone's done the Instagram stores. I don't think I can do the Instagram stores or sell on Instagram because I don't think I have enough followers or whatever to do that. But I will be looking into that. I hear that could be a way to do it. Probably still just going to end up doing it on Etsy, but for other sales. I'm going to start posting some more stuff on there. Neck this down a little bit more. So now we can start blowing, shaping it. It's a little off center, so hopefully when we blow this, it centers out. I think a little bit more. Kind of blowing here. Make it a little bigger. Like orange with black, like the cutout eyes. So this might be a little difficult. My speech to chat was hard to understand what you're saying. I don't know if I can do triangle eyes. Let me just give it just a little bit more puff. There, okay. Now we're gonna heat it up flat in the bottom. Oh, polka dot? Yeah, I could do black with black and orange. Becca, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. It means a lot. We'll see you. Hope to see you next time. I'll definitely be posting pictures online. Try to get this bottom to flatten. So we want it to center in on itself. Okay, well, we'll do that next. I'll try making one with some black and, you know, it's not gonna be perfect polka dots or whatever you call it, but yeah, it's gonna be black and orange. And then we'll still try to do a green stem on it. See how it turns out. So I'm still trying to keep this bottom flat while indenting the top there. So I'm just going to flash it in the heat. We'll come back and try to finish that off, kind of round it out, stuff like that. When I hang it up here to get the stem, the bottom is going to extend out. So then I have to reheat it and try to get it to settle on itself again. But I want it to settle now so it's more indented on the bottom. And then later on when I get to it, I don't have to indent it as much. Well, good. We'll see if it works. We'll see if it turns out. I'd hate to be making a pumpkin for you and she's really pissed in the background about the colors you chose, you know? So I'm glad she's happy. How dare you choose orange and black? All right, so we have this indented. This is still not indented inside the pumpkin I want, but I will treat that later with a torch and we'll knock that indented a little bit so we can polish it off. But now we're gonna put the stem on top here. So I keep thinking I have my glasses on, but I don't. I'm gonna warm it up and then make the stem. Kind of flashing this in the heat here, trying to even out the heat a little bit, and then we'll hang this up, grab another punty here, gather some glass. I don't know why the Restream bot doesn't restream the chat from Twitch or YouTube to Facebook. It is transferring the chat from Facebook to the other streams, but I don't know why it's not doing it the other way around. So I'm sorry if you're on Facebook and not seeing the chat from elsewhere, but hopefully you can see it on stream on the little chat pop-ups. Okay, heat this in. I'm going the optic mold. This is just a small optic mold, put grooves on it. It's going to be a smaller stem. I don't have a lot of glass here, so trying to get some heat on the other piece as we're about to attach it. I don't want it to get too cold. So I'm just kind of holding it in front while I'm warming up the stem so that some of the heat will radiate out and into the piece, keep it warm. I'll change cameras here in a second. Come on. It's getting a little cold, so we're just gonna clip it off. This might stick up a little bit. Hopefully. Oh, I didn't even switch over, sorry. Didn't work. Hopefully you can see it on the small part. Okay, going into heat here. See if this pops. I had one pop on me Friday. Just exploded in here. All right, so it pops up a little bit. We're going to heat treat this with the torch. Kind of flash it, then go get the torch and heat treat that bottom so we can let it settle on itself. Try to. Sorry, the torch is off camera here. Well, the hot chops. The Hot Shops itself is a big open, it's a non-profit where you can rent studio space as well as come and see art and stuff being made. So we're in the glass shop here, but there is a pottery studio, there's a blacksmith studio, there's a bronze pouring foundation, there's art studio spaces, painting, fabric, everything. I mean, any kind of thing is here basically. So anyone can come in and go to any of the studios, yeah. There used to be a lot of woodworking here too. There's a violin maker here who makes incredible violins. Woodworking though, I don't know if there's anyone specifically with woodworking in here now. Dan Klima used to be in here, and he moved out a little west to have a studio space with Nancy Lipa, who does origami as well as incredible pencil drawing in black and white that looks like realistic, like incredibly realistic drawings. They moved out to a different location. There used to be a couple other woodworkers here. I'm forgetting his name now. What's his name? Did he move out? There was someone here that did like wood carvings and giant sculptures too. I believe he's might have moved to a new location, but his place here used to kind of sculpt the large clumps of wood and put bronze pouring kind of sculptures and shapes with it. Man, I'm blanking on his name though right now. But yeah, there's tons of artists here. And the Hot Shops itself switched to a non-profit, so now they do donations to keep it running. It used to be a for-profit entity for a long time, but now they're trying to advance and build and do a lot of things. And it's great. I mean, a lot of people collaborate together. People come in and see what they're doing, you know, help out, all this stuff. It's a good place. Matt Schrader, he's here. He's doing a lot of the glass blowing now. He has a show that's kind of constant at the Lawrence Gardens, so he puts on shows at the Lawrence Gardens now, and you can see his art there. Pretty much he's been doing that now for the last year or two. It's really awesome. And the blacksmith here, Chris Kemp, who also does the glass blowing, also helps with the show at the Lawrenson Gardens. So he has some of his metal there, sculptures mixed with the glass. Kind of some incredible stuff. Just do this for a second. See if I push that in. All right, so we have one pumpkin here. So that's a total of 2 pumpkins. We'll see how they turn out. That one, I don't know if I made the bottom as indented as the other one, so it might have a little wobble to it when it sits. Because when it broke off, part of it stuck out a little bit. I heat treated it, but it still didn't get indented as much. Yeah, me too. My kids go more than I do. My mother-in-law takes them to the gardens all the time. I don't get to go as much, but it's a great place. Now there's lots of glass there. They did the fall like find the gnomes thing. So Matt made some gnomes that he hid around as well, so you could find glass gnomes as part of the other gnomes that were hidden in there. It was pretty cool. All right, we're gonna try to make a yellow and black one. So this gold purple I'll have to put back away, so I'm gonna leave it here. We'll keep this green stem here. I don't know if it's as dark as I wanted, but with a bright yellow, it should be okay. So we're gonna go for the bigger chunks of yellow. Let's see where we have black now. Where is the black? There's black powder. We don't want powder. I want black chunks. There it is. I don't think that's black. That's midnight blue. I might have to get some. Don't see any out right now. It used to be the Serta mattress factory a long time ago. So the part that we're in right now is where the train cars would come in and they would unload. Actually, like there would be a spot right here. There's a spot over there. Used to be a big square, and that's where they would unload. And I'm not sure if it was the mattresses. This might have been where the furnace was. I don't remember. But either the coal would come in here or the mattresses would come in or go out here. One of the two, I can't remember. But basically there was a train track that went right through here between the 2 buildings that are between us. Another building on the other side. Now it's a little dog park where the apartments next door take their dogs to go poop. So, you know, changing the world. But yeah, this used to be the Serta mattress factory. And on top there, where the elevator shaft is, it still does say Serta on it. It's really, really faded, but yeah. And then it became a warehouse for a while. And when they were looking at buying buildings and stuff, they actually came in, the owners of the building, when they started the hot shops, they came in here looking for just like office furniture, stuff like that. So they're doing an auction in the building, or they said they brought out this like 1 crate of office supplies, and they said, well, we're going to start the bidding, and they started the bidding, and they bid on it, and it was like a ridiculous cheap for all the office chairs or whatever it was. And then when they came to pick it up, they looked at his car, and they said, I don't think you understand. This crate of like office supplies is a representation of all the stuff that we have on the floor of the building, truckloads of office supplies. So this 1 crate that you bought is like one of hundreds or whatever it was. So they went to look at what they actually bought. And when they went to look at it, it was in this building And the guy's like, you know, they're like, we can't carry all this stuff. Can we store it here until we get something to get it out of here? And he's like, well, sure, but I mean, do you just want to buy the building? and they've kind of thought about it. Like, it's actually not a bad idea. And this was before the convention hall or all, you know, the hotels, and before everything else built up here, they bought this building. And 6 months later, they said, okay, we're going to build a convention center right down the road. So they kind of lucked out on when they bought the building and what happened. But it's kind of an interesting story. And then eventually it just became, they rented space, became popular. Ed Fennell, he's actually my father-in-law, runs the glass shop, and he started in 2001 is I think when he started the glass shop here. They bought the building in 1999. He finally opened up the glass shop in 2001 here, but he's been doing it in his garage for I don't know how long, you know, 40 years or whatever. And then 10, 15 years later, 15, 20 years ago. Yeah, I mean, it is tough, but you know, it's become something. You know, I think a lot of people were scared to build up in the area, and developers probably didn't really look at it too much until the convention center went in here. So yeah, they bought the building long before all that. How do I want to add this? Because I don't want a lot of black. So what I might have to do is spread out the black a little bit. We'll go in yellow first, heat it up, and then try to pick up speckles of black on it. So we get a few black pieces on it. All right. After I make this pumpkin, I'm going to get a drink of water. Let me do a shout out here now. Just a reminder, we're raising funds for the food bank of the Heartland. Links are in the description, or there's a link that should pop up on YouTube and Twitch for anyone to click on. As we're trying to raise funds for the food bank for the Heartland, every dollar raised can make 4 meals, so it's a big deal. And any donation will make me happy for my birthday. So there you go. We're gonna gather just a little bit of glass. We're gonna try to get a little bit more than last time. Try to make this pumpkin just slightly bigger. The last one was kind of small, but I could put the black on now, but I don't know. We're gonna chill the sides here. So I'm chilling the sides, so when I start my bubble, the bubble's gonna go up the top of it, not out the sides, because I don't want to blow out the sides. So I chill the sides to force the bubble to go up, down the center. Puff a little air in here. Cap it with my thumb. The air that I blew in there has some moisture from my lungs in there. You know, when you blow out, you have some air and moisture. So that's going to hit the glass. That's going to turn to steam, and hopefully it expands and creates the bubble on its own. Otherwise I have to hold it up and blow. And that's a lot of work. So I'm going to let the steam do the work, if I can get it to start. There it goes. There. Now we got this started. We're gonna let this cool now. We're gonna change that camera. Let's see, we're gonna go optic mode pretty soon, so we're gonna change that camera to there. That's just probably not too soon. I gotta do a couple colorings and heating, so it's not gonna be as fast as I expect. All right, so we're gonna gather on this. We're gonna go into yellow. It's gonna be mainly a yellow pumpkin. just so it's nice and bright. Melt that in. Now we're going to try to heat this up enough to get it hot enough that it'll pick up more color. So I'm going to roll it on the black there and try to get some black on it. So I got to get this nice and hot without losing control of the glass and bubble that's already on it. Give it a try here. Some works. Heat that in. I can't remember. You say yellow and black or orange and black? Maybe I grabbed the wrong color. Shape this a little bit. I grabbed the wrong color. All right, we'll try. We'll attempt it in yellow first, then try orange. So this will be the next one I'll sell. All right. Let's try to even out the bubble here. Now we're going to heat it up and go in that optic mold. Get it nice and hot. Want to get the neck nice and hot again too, so that stretches a little bit. It's going to stretch when I blow it because it's just going to blow out the most on the top. Okay. So we're going to neck it down kind of right where the lines end because we want the lines to go up, down the bottom. If I make it too low, then the lines won't continue all the way through the bottom. So you want to kind of neck it down where the lines are still there. And kind of puff it a little bit. The grooves. You know, those Iowa football fans will love a yellow and black pumpkin, so I think we're okay. Let's do this. Neck that down, puff it a little bit more. black stem on it instead. Yeah, should. I don't have black out right now, so we're going to stick with the green stem. Yeah, that ideally that would have been better. Try and flatten that bottom now. So I was heating it up to thin it down. Now we're just going to support it when we get up and let it settle on the jacks here. Oh, you're not even seeing anything. There we go. All right, so let's flatten this. Try to. Trying to let it center on itself without letting it touch the sides. Because if it touches itself, then it connects and it heals itself. So I don't want that edge to tip and connect. Alright, so we're going to heat this up a little bit more, indent that a little bit more, and then we'll make the stem next. Switch there. You kind of see the little how it's polka dotted here. Settle. Now we're going to hang it up and gather, start the stem. Maybe a smaller stem probably. Trying to get a nice good layer on there of green, just because how thin or how not as bright this green seemed. see if this pops. Might. Gotta watch the stem as what's going to heat up first, you know. So try to even out that heat without getting the stem to flatten too much. I'm going to use the torch for a second. Flash it, try to get more heat into there. It's kind of interesting how it swirled on itself, kind of wrapped all in one point. So still need to get that bottom a little more heated. There we go. Now my swirl is all melted and flowed down. See if we can get this to break off. I have a hard time getting this tweezers in here. Pop that off. Heat treat this. All right, behind you. Torch. All right, and we put it away. All right, let's get the right color this time. Let's grab orange. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab the color I like. Sorry. The yellow went very well. Yeah, it did. It worked out. Well, let's do orange now. Then you have options if you don't like one. A couple more more black out here. Orange and black this time, the correct colors. Drink of water real quick. Okay. Same process. Same process. Let's see. Everything's set up right. Chill on the sides, we'll get a bubble started. We'll let that cool now. We'll let this cool, we'll gather one more time on it. Spread those out a little bit. Let this cool enough that I can support more glass on it, especially since I'm going to be adding color to it. But heat that up, melt it in. We'll see how this reacts as far as how fast it heats or things like that, and if I can get it hot enough to get the black on there. Each color heats up differently, so it may gather more or may gather less black, depending on how hot I get it. Okay, we got some on it. to get hot enough to go in the optic mold, put the grooves in it. Neck this down, start to shape this and blow. This one should be able to get a little bit bigger than my last ones. I probably could have blown that last one a little bigger too. I gotta change the camera back, that's why. Neck this down a little bit. Okay. Now we'll try to flatten this out as a pumpkin. Squat it down if I can. Getting there. Indenting itself. Okay. Now flatten the bottom a little bit, or top I mean. want to double check you here. Okay, we'll heat it one more time, just kind of push that in. Alright, got the general shape. Now it's time to do all the stemming. I think pumpkins are wearing me out. Starting to get a little tired. Time for the stem. We'll heat this up. Push that in the optical mold to give it grooves. Heat this up again. And this. Make sure this doesn't pop on me in there. Go heat treat the bottom. Excuse me, sneak behind you here. Almost got it. Just need that to go down a little bit more without melting the top too much. I don't want to overheat it, so I think we're going to go with that. All right, let's see how this breaks off. All right, coming through. I'll have to grind that one, I think, a little bit. That one didn't quite sink in as much on the bottom as I wanted, so I'll have to probably grind that little nub off on the top. But, let me take a drink of water here. Thanks. Thanks for the confidence there for a second. I'll grab some water.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Wait, I just saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, birthday streak.
44 today, huh?
Yep. Yep, next year's 45.
Yeah. It's not bad. 51, I mean, I don't feel 51.
Nah. Fine.
How are the kids doing?
They're doing good. Youngest got sick a little bit, so he's getting over that this weekend. Took a lot of my energy out this weekend for that. So,
You guys had COVID go through your family a couple times, probably?
we did before, yeah. Luckily, we've been staying away recently. Oh. Oh. Let's see what time it is here. 2 o'clock. Oh. Well, that was 4 pumpkins. 4 pumpkins, 6 glasses. Pretty productive day so far. Oh wow, that's your September birthday too, aren't you? Oh, it's a good month. Happy birthday to you too. There's a lot of birthdays going on right now. I don't know if I can top a pumpkin. Like, what else can I make? Big 40. Well, I'm over 40 right now, but yeah, 15. But just think, one more year, driver's license, think you're not ready this year, wait till next year. I suppose they can already get their temps or whatever. We'll put the black away here. It's certainly not ready for the next year. Every year it's a big deal. Let's put away some of the colors I pulled out here. A couple pumpkins going. A couple of them will go on Etsy. Clean up some of my mess. I don't want to be too messy. I can't because they're in the annealer, and if I pull them out, they could break from the cold. So they will come out tomorrow, and I'll share them on my Instagram. I'll post them on the YouTube Facebook as well. On Facebook. So their actual end results will come out tomorrow. Because right now, even if I pull them out, they're not exactly what you'll see because the colors still have to cool down. I do have pumpkins I made yesterday. I can show you. They're kind of similar, but they just won't be with the black polka dots. Yeah. So, so this is the actual color orange that we used. So it's hard to tell. I don't think it's as orangish on stream here, but it's a really nice orange. So you gotta trust me on it. But this is kind of the same kind of pumpkin. This is another orange with a stem. Now this is a different green, so it's not gonna be that same green. This is like a lighter spring green. This is supposed to be a darker green that I'm using. But the one I'm using now didn't look as dense, so I'm not sure what their stems are going to look like. Now the purple I used last time today is different, so I'm not sure what that purple is going to look like. It's a gold purple. We'll see what that's going to look like. That'll come out the other day. But yeah, they'll come out tomorrow because everything we make has to go through a annealing cycle because when we put it away, there's still about 1,000 degrees or so. So they go in the annealer, which is 900 degrees, and the annealer will cool slowly over time. So we put it in there, but we keep the annealer on to even out the heat while we're putting stuff away. And then at the end of the day, we'll turn it off, and it'll go through an 8-hour cooling cycle to bring them down to room temperature and get rid of any tensions. Because different thicknesses and different colors will cool at a different rate. So you got to cool it over time. You always got to start early with Halloween. Start 6 months earlier. Yeah. Our neighbors put a scarecrow across the street, and they have kids. So every time I go outside, I look because I see something standing there. I think it's their kids just standing there staring at our house, but it's a scarecrow that they put out there. And I was like, why are the kids just staring at our house? Oh, it's not the kid. It's their decoration. I'm tempted to go to Home Depot and buy their giant dragon that they have. I'm sure it's more than I can afford, but I'm really tempted to get that. I know my kids would be too scared of it. They would not let me put it up. But that's like the only thing I want in my yard. This is a giant dragon. You know, we don't do a lot of decorations for Halloween, but I'll take a giant dragon, put it in my yard. For a while, when COVID hit and they didn't have Halloween, what I wanted to do was have like a Rupert Goldberg machine that kids would come up and like stomp on something with their foot, and the candy would release and go through different devices, you know, and and finally eventually get to them, or be in a catapult that gets catapulted up and they would have to try to catch it. I wanted to do that, but I don't know technical savvy for that. But that's what I wanted to do for when they had COVID and it didn't have any kids going around. Oh, God. That's probably scarier than the dragon, but clown blowing smoke. I'm trying to think what I would want to make. I know I should make more, but I also feel kind of worn down. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to keep going or not. You know, take it easy on my birthday. Let's see. Oh. Let's see here. Probably should make more drinking glasses. I should. I played Golden Sun last night, but I was really wanting to play the Forest last night. But I really got to beat the Golden Sun, and then I found a hidden dungeon, and that took me like an hour to go through this dungeon that didn't even have the right things to finish. So I was like, I just wasted time. I could have beat the game by now, but and all they gave me was like little dinkly items at the very beginning. And it's like I was hoping for better swords and items, stuff like that, but yeah. So I was really hoping to beat Golden Sun last night so that I can concentrate fully on the Forest. But I might play tonight. Depends. We'll see. I can never commit till about 9:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30. Then I know what's going on at the night before. Well, yeah, we'll probably play Forest. Yeah, I think I'm done. I think I'm worn out. I can't really think of anything else I want to make right now. And another pumpkin will really wear me down. So I think I'll end the stream here. We'll kind of plan the birthday dinner for ourselves, see where we want to go home, see. Kids will be getting off school soon. Because Monday they get out early, so I'll spend some time with them. Son bought me a little handheld video game. It's one of those $20 video game things from Walgreens or whatever. So it's got these really generic games on it. I have no idea what they are, but my son is really excited to give it to me, and I'm sure he just bought it because he wants to play it. But I don't know. He's really excited about it, so maybe I'll try to get home and play some games with him a little bit. Thanks everyone for stopping in. Really appreciate it. One more time, we're doing a donation stream, so if you can, really appreciate if you could donate some money to Food Bank for the Heartland. Donation link should be in the descriptions below, so you can click on that, donate it, anything you can if you want, or if you can, I'd really appreciate it. And we'll be doing some more donation streams in the future for other things. I'll probably do one for the hot shops itself here, just to see if I can raise money for the foundation here so they can continue doing things. And the money raised also helps going back into the shop and continuing that. And then I know Extra Life will be doing stuff like that on Twitch, so I'll be doing some donation streams for Extra Life when that comes around. Thanks, any donor, I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in. Really appreciate you being here. And Dink, appreciate you being here. Everyone on Facebook, stop by there on that stream. I appreciate everyone. Thanks for being here. And we'll talk to everyone later. Have a good time. Have a good night, day, evening, whatever it is. And we'll see you next time. Bye.